You. What up? All right. We got another one from CMTOWN and Clangers TV. And this is Seventh Heaven. Seventh Heaven. I remember this show. I don't think I think I watched it a couple times, I believe. I'm trying to remember who was on the show. I think it was just a family, a happy family. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what the show is about, but the name, of course, is very familiar. But let's hear what the boys about to say about Seventh Heaven. Let's go.
And then I go home and I watch probably 6 or 7 episodes of Seventh Heaven.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And is it a different experience now that you know the truth about the guy?
There's one.
It's better.
Shout out to Tim Dillon. That's a lot of people know that's where he got his start. He plays Dwight on Seventh Heaven in 3 episodes.
What?
Really?
Yeah, young Tim Dillon plays Dwight.
That's not.
Hey,
That's
wanna
not
come to
Tim
my
Dillon.
birthday party? I would, but I have a life. Right, wouldn't dream of taking you off the internet for a night.
And that'll be a fun little treat if you want to look up that character.
That's not Tim Dillon.
Maybe see those episodes, and when he
It's
shows
Tim
up,
Dillon.
and you go, "Oh, that is Tim."
Kudos on the cookies. Betty Crocker has nothing on you.
That don't
Is it
look like
streaming
him
anywhere?
a little bit.
I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's so funny because I would watch that show as a kid, and I despised it.
Uh-huh.
But I would just be on.
Would be on,
You
yeah.
get home from school and you'd watch Seventh Heaven, and it's just such an
Jessica Biel.
obnoxious show.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
And the more
I
you
didn't know
watch
she
it,
was
it's
on
like
there.
this isn't even a Christian family. This is the father's like the fucking Ayatollah here.
Yeah.
In every scene, there's a private conversation happening where it's like, should I let Dad know that I want to cut my bangs? And the entire family's like they're outside the door listening, and the dad's like, Mary wants to change her hair without asking me. My children are losing their minds. And then the wife is like, Eric, is it really that bad? He goes, yes, it is. And then it's like this screaming match.
Right.
When I was 22, I tried to recut the intro for Seventh Heaven, where it's like, because the song, like, Seventh Heaven, when I see their smiling faces. It's okay. You're fine.
I was good background vote.
And the dad was like a full-on
Well, I wanted to
pedophile.
recut the intro and just replace all the, the characters like title inserts or whatever, but just with scenes of them screaming or crying, because that was my memory of the show.
Right.
People are always fucking miserable, and Matt's always like it's like, where the hell is Matt? He's been out all night, and it's like, oh, he was helping orphans do math, and like they were like, well, we still have to punish him because he didn't call, and it's like,
Where were you?
At a friend's.
What friend?
Just a friend, you don't know her.
Oh, it's her. That's interesting. Have you completely lost your mind?
it's just such a fucking. It's like watching people suffer in solitary confinement. But it's then you're supposed to be like, what a nice family. I don't know who it's for.
Yeah.
I really don't know who it's for.
Hey, by the way, did you start your period yet? Because I was once your age myself, and
And the only thing that makes it better is knowing that the father was having sex with children in real life when you watch it. It's
What?
he's like, at least he's doing something he actually likes.
Sure.
Snuck out
Oh
of the
my
house and went to
God.
a fraternity party with Camille.
How many ways could you go wrong in one sentence? What were you thinking? I mean, what were the processes that went through your head that led you to the conclusion that this would be a good idea?
It is good to have structure and discipline in your life.
Wow, I didn't know that.
It is good to have structure and discipline.
But they
in
don't
your
really
life.
have that.
No.
They're like they live in this big beautiful house off of like his minister's salary. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I'm gonna stay in this house for the rest of my life and become a barren old woman.
Well, you can't. It's not our house. It's the church's house.
Well, I tell you what
You
you
know.
need to do is watch Seventh Heaven and take a page out of Eric Camden's book.
Okay.
Because that man is a perfect father.
Okay.
There's not a single element of any of his children's lives that he doesn't have complete control over.
Okay.
Even their internal thoughts, they're not allowed. They have to they
Right.
run it by him, and then he issues fatwas from the kitchen.
Okay.
Like that seems like that's the ideal situation. I hate that show.
You're still
Video.
mad about
so
it.
much. Yeah, well, I
How
still
old
I
were
go-
you when you
video.
were like mad at
I
the show?
literally have been watching it every night. I was up
Oh,
till
you're
2
back
a.m.
watching it.
watching fucking Seventh Heaven last night.
Really?
Oh, why?
I can't help myself. And then it builds. And I'm sitting there with my girlfriend, and the intro comes on. I'm like, I hate this fucking song. And she's like, do you want to skip it? I'm like, no. It gets
Just let
me,
it wash over
it
me.
like gets me fired up to just fucking
Happy the
hate
dog.
these people, and it works. I mean, you know, it's just, but that's like,
And it's like the family's being bad.
the family's never doing anything that's actually bad.
Right.
You know, it's
But
like
it's a
fucking,
problem.
you know, Eric, who's like the older brother, who's like 30 years old. Like he stays at a
Barry,
girl,
what's his name?
yeah,
That
Barry
guy.
Watson. He like stays at a girl's house till like 5 a.m.
Uh-huh.
And then the dad's like, "Fuck, have you completely lost your mind?" You know, and that's like exactly how he reacts. It's like screaming at the top of his lungs.
See that it never happens again. Well, no, never mind. I'll see that it never happens again. You're grounded.
And then they're grounded, but like, what does that mean? Because it's like, they're still allowed to, they're like, well, he can still go to the library and go to school. And it's like, that's all he was doing anyways. He doesn't do anything. The kids don't do anything other than fucking
I
homework.
think deep down you want to be a member of this family. And you
No,
want to
I
say
wanna
that
watch-
fuck you, Dad.
I want to watch more episodes of Seventh Heaven and be like, you fucking piece of shit. And it's good and it's healthy because they're fictional characters.
I'm really tired of people complaining. When we have so much more than other people have. We have a house to live in, we have food to eat, we have nice clothes to wear. I'd like to hear a little gratitude around here once in a while.
Now, when there's a TV show like that
Weird.
where there's, I mean, how many seasons of Seventh Heaven are there?
I think there's 7 seasons of it.
So there's 7 seasons, there's probably
said
like
11.
20 episodes in a season. How do you approach
22.
a piece of content like that?
Just
But you just pick
keep
randomly?
no, you just watch it straight
He's
through.
You watch it
completist.
straight through.
Watch
Yeah.
it straight through. There was a good one I got. It was maybe episode 5 or 6 of season 1.
Yeah.
And they're living in like, I'm assuming this is supposed to be like Northern California. I think it's like Elk Grove or something.
How
like
far
that.
into the series are you?
I'm
He's already
close to the
seen
end
it.
of the 2nd season now.
Okay.
So
Only the second season.
they're in
It's like Sopranos.
So, but he's watched like 20 hours.
they're
of
in like
Seventh Heaven.
suburban
But
Sacramento.
he's already
or something.
seen it. This is like his 4th time around.
They're in suburban Sacramento. No, this is the first time I've sat down and like watched the show. I mean, it was on all the time when I was a kid, so a lot of this I'm familiar with, having seen the show.
Yeah.
Dear God,
Was that the kid from Malcolm in the Middle?
please stop the fires.
Malcolm in the
But
Middle?
like,
No.
so they're in suburban Sacramento. And the year is 1996, and somebody burns down the black church. And,
Uh-huh.
You know,
Because that's just
that's
that was
that's-
happening all the
that's
time.
happening there. And so the black church family has to move in with the Camdens for a week while they like, you know, I don't know why they have to move in with them. I think it's because they're worried somebody might burn down their house also.
Right.
And so I mean, it's like 1950s Alabama. It's fucking insane. Like,
In the heat of the night.
people are burning down the black minister's house and like all this. I mean, yeah. So they have to live with the Camdens, and they live with the Camdens, and like the children, they have the scene. They move in, and all the black kids are on one side of the living room, and the white kids are on the other side.
Oh,
of the
that's
living
what you
room, and
call
the white
it.
Kids are like, so do
Family
you,
Matters.
like things,
think.
you know, like that's like they've never.
Oh, they
They've
can't.
never met a
They've
black
never
person.
met a black kid, and it's like one by one they start integrating, right? And
That's beautiful.
Why do you think they burned your church? Because they're the bad guys. Bad guys have been burning black churches for 100 years. They're just trying to scare us.
And so, like, you know, they pair off because obviously the black family have the same kids of the same age,
Right.
Oh,
And
nice.
they brought all their grandkids in too, right?
So it works their way up from the bottom. So
Yeah.
the babies, because they haven't learned prejudice yet, they get along right away.
Oh, okay.
And then Simon,
So they're automatically.
yeah, and then Simon and the black boy, they
So
become
of course
friends.
you're prejudiced against the people who are living in your house.
Yeah, right. But I mean, it's like they.
No,
I
that's
mean, they might as well
Gabriel
be
Union.
fucking
I'm
aliens.
tripping.
And Simon
Is
and
that Gabriel
the black
Union?
child or son, they become
That is
friends. And they
Gabriel
go to the
Union.
park and they're playing. And Simon decides to take all his toys away, and then a bully on the park calls him an N-word lover, and Simon punches him in the face. I mean, it's like,
And
it's,
they drop it? That's a kid?
It's insane.
Yeah,
it's
that's
fucking
insane. Wow.
Like an 8-year-old would be dropping
The N-bomb.
but like N-word love.
N-word lover, yeah.
You know, like it's
Where'd you
it's
even
nuts.
learn it? Yeah.
It's nuts.
Look, Nigel's my friend. Don't say that word. I just did. Take it back. Make me. I don't want to have any part of this one.
You know, and then Simon's like, you know, you take that back.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, at the same time, the same character Simon is like, Mom, why would anyone want to burn down their church? Like he just doesn't understand it.
Right.
But he knows about the N-word and what an N-word lover means, and that's happening on the playground.
Of course.
Forget it, Simon. You can't fight ignorance with violence. My dad wouldn't want you to hit him, and neither would yours.
Yeah, the hell with that. There's a part 2. Man. Seventh Heaven. I remember that show now. I remember that show. I watched more episodes than I thought I did. I've seen a few of those episodes. I remember Jessica Biel. That was 96. I was like 10 years old. Oh yeah, I was watching that show. Man. Yeah. I thought that was what's the girl's name from Family Matters? Urkel, the one that Urkel likes. What's her name? That's who I thought that was at first when I first saw her. But no, that's Gabrielle Union. That's a young Gabrielle Union, I believe. I think that's what that was. That's like right before Bring It On and stuff. Yeah, Gabrielle Union, Jessica Biel. And then the dad. I didn't know that. Oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, that's like a Bill Cosby 2.0 or something. I mean, Bill Cosby was a doctor. Wasn't he a gynecologist or something? He was a woman's doctor. Bill Cosby was a woman's doctor. This dude is a preacher, or, I mean, man. I did not know that. I did not know that. Man. Yeah, Seventh Heaven. Seventh Heaven. I guess the kids really didn't do anything. They just, they didn't go out to the club. They didn't go out with friends and stuff. They weren't like, there weren't any stories like, I forgot the name of the son too, like the older son, when he came home from the girl's house at like 5 a.m. and the dad was mad. Usually that type of story would have been like he came home drunk or he was drinking. I think we saw that a couple times with Theo in Family Matters, or Theo in the Cosbys, where like Theo came home drunk or something. He was just the dad in Seventh Heaven was just mad that he was out with the girl. You're not supposed to be around girls that late. That's a little weird. What the heck? Yeah. Yeah, I imagine if I watched Seventh Heaven today, I'd find it a little weird, or a lot weird. Man. But they continue it in part 2. I wonder what's in part 2. And we got some video, CMTOWN video. I guess that's from the Adam Freeland podcast. So yeah.